Good morning, guys. As promised, I'm supposed to be answering your questions for the Ask Hannah March column, but before that, I'd like to answer one question from last month, which I missed out, posted by Don Donvey. Don, I'm so sorry I missed out your question last month, but I'm going to answer it now. Don posted this question. Hi, Hannah. I'd like to ask your opinion on this. Do you think money in some ways can buy love? My answer is no, because if it could, then it won't be true love. And that leads us to the second question. How do you define true love? And how do you think we should experience it? Well, to me, true love is when you can love someone unconditionally and in spite of their imperfections and shortcomings, and when you're willing to sacrifice for them. To experience it, I believe that you've got to go through this thing called time. And it's not something that happens overnight, obviously. So when you've laughed together, cried together, suffered together, experienced life together, and obviously argued with one another and go through that whole process, then you can know for sure, for certain, that that is true love. I hope that makes sense. Okie dokie, let's move on to the questions that came in the month of March. The theme was looking good, feeling good, and anything that revolves around that. So let's start with the first question posted by Guwei. Dear Hannah, how often do you go to the gym and what workouts do you normally do? Well, because of time, I don't go to the gym, but instead what I did was I got an elliptical trainer, put it at home, and I spent 3 days a week, 15 minutes each session on those 3 days in the morning, doing what I call the pace workout, which strengthens the heart. So basically it's going on resistance 2 for 5 minutes and bringing it down to 1 for a minute, bringing it up to resistance 3 for 2 minutes and bringing it down to 1 for a minute, and then back up to 4 for 2 minutes and then down to 1, and so on and so forth for 15 minutes. So after that, what I do is stretching, which is very important, and obviously my stomach crunches. It's very simple, efficient, but very effective. Next, Daniel asked, what kind of workouts do you do? Cardio, strength, or anything? Well, I think I've answered that in Goi's question, so I'm going to move on to the next segment of your post, which is, I know many women actually put on skincare products before they sleep. How about in the morning? Do girls use facial wash or use any skincare in the morning? Is it like in the same amount as nighttime? Well, Daniel, I can't speak on behalf of all the women that you know, but for me, 3 very basic yet important steps to skincare is you need to cleanse, you need to tone, and then you need to moisturize. For me, I like to keep things really simple, so I came across this facial bar called, it's a detox bar called the Wonder Bar. So what it does is all 3 in one. So I put that, the foam on my face in the morning and at night, twice a day, and I leave it on for 3 minutes. I wash it off, and then I spray this thing on my face, which I'm experimenting on. I can't tell you what the product is because it's still under the experimental stage, but what it does is it's supposed to be anti-aging, anti-blemish, and anti-wrinkle, and I've used it for 9 months now. I'm supposed to be testing it for a year. What I noticed is that my skin tone actually evened out, and I don't have to use foundation anymore, so it's great. So I put that on. It goes in to the skin in a matter of a few seconds, and then I finish with a sunblock. Guys and girls, sunblock is very important for the skin, irregardless of whether you're going out of the home or the house or not. So it's good to protect your skin from the UV rays. And then at night, obviously you don't need sunblock, so you can finish up your routine with a moisturizer and then go to bed. So, it depends on your skin type. Obviously, if you have, problem skin, then, you got to consult a specialist. But that's basically what I do. I hope that answers your question. Next, we have the question from Jay. On average, how many hours do you sleep? If it's less than 4 hours, how do you manage to be so alert and energetic the next day? Is it the passion that drives you? Well, as of this year, I've been managing to get in at least 6 hours of sleep every day. Obviously, there are the exceptions of certain days where I don't get that. But I have been pushing myself to get at least 8 hours of sleep, and I make a lot of effort to do that. Sleep is very important, and some of you may know that over the past decade, I've been sleeping like 3 to 4 hours a day. I was insomniac for 10 years, but that's not healthy. I do not recommend that, so don't do that because your body needs sleep to heal, repair, and regenerate itself. If I don't get enough sleep, obviously it takes a toll on my entire day because my body is there, but my mind is a few paces slower. I feel like a total zombie, and it's not the best feeling in the world, I can assure you that. So what I do is, I take specific vitamins on certain days that I don't have enough sleep, that keeps me energetic and alert. Most importantly, focus throughout the day, because sometimes we go through days that is full of back-to-back meetings and you need to be focused. So that's very important for me. But what also helps, I realize, is surrounding yourself with positive people, because the vibe rubs off you, and that can be very effective. And I've also been told that apples are way more effective compared to caffeine in keeping us awake or alert the whole day. So you might want to try that, apples. But ultimately, I have to agree with you that it's the passion that drives a person, and it's very important to know your whys, and especially for me, why I'm getting up in the morning doing what I do, because that's what keeps me going and keeps me focused. It's important to have your enthusiasm levels up here and your positivity levels up here as well, because that's what makes all the difference. I hope that answers your question. Okay, the next question is from Waikit. I am wondering, my face becoming round by the day, is there a way to slim down the face? Even when I got my weight down, my face is still the same, hee round, chubby and good for pinching. Smiley face with the tongue sticking out. I'm not sure whether it is water retention, but I feel that it is a problem for my face. Ooh, that's a toughie because it sounds very technical. I am not a doctor or plastic surgeon, so I may have to get back to you on that. Okay, Waikit, hold the thought. I'm gonna move on to Han. Hi Hannah, I admire your fresh, good looks even when you work crazy hours and lack of sleep. Can you give us makeup tutorials so that I can learn to have a fresh, good look always too? Oh, don't frown. Han, what I'm going to do is I shall save that and do a special video for you the next time. Is that okay? So meantime, I'm going to move on to the next question. These ones came in from the social media, Facebook and all that. I will start with Ruby. How do you manage your weight? Well, Ruby, to me this is very simple. 5 things. The first thing is, do not skip your breakfast. Make sure you have a high fiber breakfast every morning to start your day. The second thing is, do not starve yourself, because when you do, your body goes into reserve mode and stores up more fat than you can ever imagine instead of burning it. The third thing is, don't deprive yourself. Everything in moderation. The fourth thing is exercise, and the fifth thing is supplements. You need to feed your body with the right raw material so that your body can heal and repair itself. So when your body is satisfied of the nutrients that it needs right from the start of the day, you won't feel so hungry anymore. And when you don't feel so hungry, then you don't, snack on foods that you're not supposed to be eating. So that's really important. For me, what I do is I have 6 meals a day, but in smaller portions. So I keep eating, and just to keep my metabolic rate stable, and so that you don't put your body under stress. Like when you don't eat on time, that's not a good thing. If you need to snack, you snack on protein foods, such as nuts or cheese, meat and stuff like that. Alright, be healthy. Try. I know it's very tough in Malaysia, but it's worth the effort. Ultimately, there are no shortcuts, so as long as you remember these 5 things, you're good. Next question from Tariq, which is not related to the theme, so I'm going to skip that. I'll move on to On Fu Yu. So my dear Hannah, how do you keep yourself looking so good, so lean and mean, so sweet and juicy? With all this high energy level in you, what excellent results did you obtain from our most talented Anatan lately? On For You, you are the sweetest, but I must say you're far too kind. Well, some of the questions posted earlier would have probably answered your question, but I must add that it's very important to stay happy and positive all the time. Obviously, we have good days and bad days, so it's impossible to be at your peak of happiness every day, but what helps for me is to count my blessings every day. So when I get up every day, I spend half an hour reading my Bible and just spending time thanking God for the things that He's blessed me. So counting your blessings is very important, and it makes a whole lot of difference, especially when you start your day. And when you start your day right, no matter what goes wrong during that day, you sort of have your ground to feel blessed and thankful for the things that you have, and that's very important. Next is Felix Chia. Hi Hannah, what are some of your opinions on psycho-cybernetics? Felix, I am guessing that you're referring to the book. If you are, I have to be honest, I have not read the book yet, but thanks for the suggestion. I shall go pick it up and check it out, and I'll let you know what I think after I read the book, so I get back to you on that, okay? And moving on, we have Nizam. His question is, what is your most favorite workout activity? Plus, when looking into men, what is the first priority you are interested in? Is it looks, in bracket beauty, strength, or maybe wealth? Jang jang jang, LOL. That's all, Hannah. Take care. Well, Nizam, your first question about my favorite workout activity is similar to what Gue asked me. So I like workouts that are efficient yet effective. I do my 3 times a week 15-minute pace workout, my stretching, and my stomach crunches. And then your second question, first priority that I'm interested in when it comes to men. Well, different women would have different criteria when it comes to men, and I wouldn't be able to speak on behalf of the general population of women, but for me, 3 things I look at when it comes to a man. The first thing is his character. The second thing is his values. Obviously, if he shares the same values as I do, then that's a bonus. And the third thing is how he makes me feel. So, I don't know, maybe we should do a poll and ask all the women around us what they think. And on a similar note, we have a question from Azat. What do you think is the utmost important factor for a guy to look good? Is it his hairstyle, his fashion sense, or disaster in brackets? Maybe how he carries himself in the public's eye, aka control macho. Anyways, surprise me with your best answer, fashionista Hannah. Cheers and have a lovely day. Well, Azat, I have to agree with you that it's important, yes, for a guy to, you know, have a good hairstyle, fashion sense, and you mentioned the way he carries himself. So, in essence, it's the exterior. Obviously, you need to dress well, dress according to your body type, and your hair. You know, get a good haircut, and it's not just important to look good but to smell good as well. People are very sensitive nowadays, huh? And obviously with the way you carry yourself, number 2, it reflects confidence. So a confident man is a sexy and attractive man, but there is a fine line between confidence and overconfidence and arrogance, so be careful with that one. A lot of people ask, you know, how do I gain confidence, self-confidence? Well, to me, I believe that confidence is derived from 2 things in general. The first thing is your knowledge. So equip yourself, read more books, sharpen your skills, you know, develop certain skill sets that are relevant to your job and the things that you do. And then the second thing is obviously you need to surround yourself with the right people, because the right people will help give you the confidence that you need. And above all, I'll add that additional bonus is to always count your blessings, because being confident with what you have and being appreciative of what you have makes a whole lot of difference. I hope that helps. I believe I've answered all your questions. Thank you so much for making time to post them up on the website, and I hope you guys had a fantabulous start to the week. It's the 1st of April, April Fools, and it's so scary how time flies. We are going into Q2, and there's a lot of exciting things that we're looking forward to this quarter. It's going to be a busy month, but a fun one at it, nevertheless. So I'll be moving around a bit. But meantime, you know, we have the Sunsilk campaign ongoing, so all you K-pop fans out there, ladies, if you didn't get to catch the truck, it's okay. What you can do is check out the link, learn the dance steps. It's very simple, and submit your videos online. So I look forward to picking 5 of you guys to accompany me on the 12th of May for the Asia Super Showcase. We're going to do the opening act, and it's going to be exciting because they're going to be very big names. They're like Girls' Generation and a few others, so you really don't want to miss out on that. Meantime, I shall catch you guys on Sunday during this week's Family Hour. So till then, I love you. Bye. From 24 we got to 25. It just feels so right.